The mayor of flood-ravaged Abbotsford, BC, says he can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Some residents displaced by 3 record-breaking storms are finally getting back into their homes, or what's left of them, and assessing how to move forward. As Mike Drolet reports, the floodwaters may be receding, but the problems left behind appear to be multiplying.
Far north of the floodplains of Sumas Prairie and just north of the town of Mission, another evacuation order. The fields are flooded, the rivers and lakes far higher than normal, but Gord Mantel says his house is dry, so he's not leaving. Do you think that the evacuation order was senseless?
A little bit late, I think.
With the ground oversaturated, the fear of landslides and road washouts remains real, and rural communities on well water now have to be concerned with contamination from sewage and dead animals. The worst of the flood has passed in many areas, but in many ways the disaster has become more complicated. So what needs to be done around here?
Oh, a lot. I don't know how they're going to clean up.
How is one thing, how much is another. The province has begun taking bids on reconstruction projects, but they don't want to just rebuild bridges and highways. They want them to be engineered to withstand larger storms in the future.
The water came up to about there.
Residents of the hardest hit areas have more immediate needs, cleaning up their homes.
It smelled like mold. It was all damp in here.
Water levels have gone down over a half meter in the last 48 hours, and more water was pumped out of Sumas Prairie today. With no major storms ahead, many evacuation orders are slowly being lifted. Most residents haven't seen their homes in 2 weeks.
What do? You rebuild. It's 1 foot in front of the other. We're all here in the same boat, so there's no, some people lost more, lost less, but our lives changed, all of ours, right?
And another bit of good news. The Trans Mountain pipeline that's been out of service since the flooding began is expected to go back online Sunday. The reopening of southern BC will be gradual. Bridges and roads have to be inspected, and some of the lowest lying areas are days or even weeks away from being fully dry. The recovery won't be easy, but at least it's begun. Mike Drolet, Global News, Abbotsford, BC.